I'm just getting the camera set up here. All right. All right, guys, how's it going? Fishing California with EVA today. We're talking all about Scott Martin. Now, I want to talk about, this situation with Scott Martin because it hits deep to, close to my heart. It hits deep to me on many levels. It's really hard to watch a man who's been such a great ambassador, such a fun character in the world of fishing, be kind of treated the way he's been treated, without any real, there really isn't any situation where I see he did anything different than, say, people have done for long time. Unfortunately, he talked to the wrong person. I think that person wanted to essentially get noticed, get some attention, by maybe acting like he gave something to Scott information wise, and now Scott's been eliminated, from the Bass Elites, the Elite Series, Bassmaster fishing tournament series. It's been a series I've watched for a long time, on and off. Certain people are fishing, and I like to tune in for certain people. I like Scott Martin. I like Ike and Ellie. I like people with character. I like people with integrity. I like people that promote the sport in different ways, represent the sport in different ways, and kind of show people the different ways in which each of us go out and we approach fishing. We all enjoy it at different levels, different times of the year. Some people struggle. Some people look forward to each struggle. Some people can't wait to figure out and dial in that pattern and then take it to next year and craft it and keep crafting it until you have near perfection as far as your technique and presentation and methods and knowledge. So what I want to talk today mainly is about this story. We're talking about a story where Scott Martin is being kind of, highlighted, let's call it that, gaslighted, whatever you want to call it. The man has done nothing wrong. He's passed all the lie detector tests. They wanted him to take one again. He took that, and he's receiving a lot of negativity. I want you guys to go ahead and, reach out to Scott, if you know him. If you don't know him, reach out with messages and support Scott Martin through this. This is really ridiculous. It's unfair. And I'm sad to see it. Ike and Ellie's turned away. He's deciding he doesn't even want a part of the drama, and the cheating and the speculation of this and that, when we all know live scope and forward facing sonar are more valuable than any information any angler can get. The bite changes day by day, and even people that know water really well know that they can go out there and do really well and still be blown away at how there are windows, times of the year when you can do other things that do damage. So let's just be real. Let's throw out our support and our all the give him lots of support, basically trying to come up with words where basically meaning support. But we just got to go out there and let Scott know, hey, dude, we still love you. When I heard Scott's video, he came out with a video he released, worth listening to, I think, where the man basically goes and says, I'm going to go back to my roots. I'm going to get more, I'm going to give back more to the community. I'm going to do more local. I hope you come out here, Scott, and do, some of the Western bass fishing. That would be great. We would welcome you. As far as, just getting back to his roots, spending time with family, getting back to fishing just to fish and loving it still as much, just the same. That's Scott Martin, guys. So incredible man with 2-3 decades in the fishing world, just doing it at a top-notch level, whether he's winning or not, doing it at a top-notch level, representing the sport, being an ambassador of the sport. And, it feels to me like a lot of these guys that are old school hammers, these guys that have really, we're losing more and more of them. We're losing them because they don't find it challenging like they used to find fishing with the new setup and all the stuff I've already spoken of. And they don't like the drama and they don't like the BS. And so there's a lot of drama and a lot of BS. So we got all that going. And these guys, they're top-notch guys. They've been doing this. They've seen it ran at its best. They've seen things in their prime, and they're looking at the sport, the elites especially right now, and they're just shaking their heads. So how's this going to affect the viewership, the numbers for ratings on the I'm not probably going to watch much of it unless one of my favorite anglers are on, but most of the guys I really enjoy. These are the guys, these are staples in the bass fishing world. They are turning, or have already turned, have already walked away from this menagerie, these shenanigans. So they don't enjoy it, is what I'm understanding, is they're not enjoying it. It's not the same. So you guys out there know what this means. It's like they're pushing out the old to make way for the new. These guys you never heard of, I never heard of, they haven't been here for decades. They haven't been staples. They are not staples. But, you know, pushing out different names, making different things, you know, kind of get rid of the guys that, you know, represent the old and come in with the new. And that way they're hoping a lot of the, they're hoping some of the conflict ends between seasoned anglers who've done it for a lifetime and the rookie or the novice or the intermediate, moderate angler, or even somewhat moderate / advanced angler just doesn't really know. You know, you got to put your time in, and time is, you know, relevant here, guys. Being able to do it for as long as Scott Martin did it, I respect him. Being able to do it the way he did it, I respect him. Being able to walk away from the Elite Series completely, I respect him. And of course, wanting to give back to his community, wanting to put more into where the origins of fishing are, get back to the base, get back to the origins, the roots of fishing, and just the love of nature and fishing. And you know, I hope you guys, like I said, throw your support over to Scott. That's what this video is about. We're just acknowledging, you know, a great fisherman who is stepping away from what the new professional tournament scene there on the elites is turning into and has turned into. So he will be doing more videos online, more content for you guys, similar to my content, obviously better, where he's going to be able to, you know, have somebody who's there filming and a camera crew if he wants, just for the filming process, and then pay this somebody else that's an editor to edit that video and get it just right. So I hope you guys do what I'm talking about. I'd love to hear some of your comments. You know, how do you guys feel about this? Is this like a surprise? You know, that we're getting rid of the old, and you know, with the old school guys, you know, the big names taken out of the mix, you know, there's all of a sudden a vacuum, you know. But how do you guys feel about this? What's the way in which you guys see it? I really hope that, you know, I don't know, it's getting to a place where, I hope that bass fishing can understand why it was able to do what it did and try to recreate that. I understand times are slightly different, but we have to, you know, we have to make sacrifices and really highlight, if you will, the difference between spot fishing, you know, essentially sight fishing, you know, and how that and how just by fishing in that manner has changed the sport of fishing, and how it's so twisted at this point where we're at. I just wish we could get some real options as to what to do, and maybe have one tournament scene do you know, a straight up traditional circuit, and other circuits do a new age circuit, new type circuits, and then maybe have a hybrid circuit, you know, and then you've got all three options. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe and the like button if you haven't. We're a small channel trying to grow out here in California. All we do is fish, talk about fishing, think about fishing, and you know, learn about fishing. It is something where no matter how many books you read, no matter how much you fish, no matter how many people you know that fish and you've talked about fishing, there's never enough. You know, you're still going to learn, at least if you're actually doing it right, and you're trying to pursue fishing at the highest level. You will continue to learn, and there's never an end to that. There's a beauty and joy in that learning. And so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you for watching.